Welcome back, Taylor Waithofer Show, where we handle problems, fix problems. Everybody's got them. Everybody gets over it a little bit differently. We all have struggles, and the main premise here is how to overcome bad shit and get what you deserve in life. And so I'm very excited about my guest. Luis Hernandez is a fine young man, got a lot going. Knowledge is power, and that's kind of what we're gonna hit on today. He's the founder and CEO of Hearn Capital Management Company, and then Smart Block Island is the management tool that manages the funds. And Louis, welcome to the show, man. Happy to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So and before we get into Hearn Capital, so when he was 23 years old, you started the wedding business. Is that right?
Right.
And this was from mom.
Yeah. So my mother, she owned the business for 25 years.
Okay.
And right out of college, I decided that I wanted to help her, grow the business. That was the whole purpose. At 23 years old, I graduated from school. I got my degree in finance and accounting.
Where'd you go to school?
I took A&M International University.
All right, congrats on that.
Right after school, I went straight into the business, and I said, "Look, Mom, I'm gonna take it from here. I think I have what it takes to take it."
Yeah.
And she said, "Go ahead, still start from scratch."
Hustler's ambition, man. I mean, he told me right before the show, 30 employees you got it up to.
So started at 20.
Not a small operation, man.
Two guys, and from there we took it to about 30 employees at the age of 25. Right around 26, I think that's when we bought the property, for my first property. Close to 2-acre land with the whole 13 square foot building.
Okay.
Big, massive parking lot.
Yeah.
And
was this for the business?
It was for the business.
To host the events and stuff there.
Events, have everything there.
That's
and I was a one-stop shop. I was doing.
Gotcha. You're like, I got it all.
Catering. I was doing photography, video, limousine. I was just a one-stop shop for the Hispanic, Mexican, and quinceañera weddings.
That's a big market, big business.
But I lasted there for about 7 years, and then in business, you go up, you make good money, and then you have your downfall.
I'm gonna come right back there because I want to segue on that in a second. But I forgot. We were talking pre-show, and I forgot one of the first conversations that I had when I met you. Didn't you used to play professional soccer?
I did. I played in Pachuca.
Tell people about that for a minute.
Okay. So at the age of 15 years old, my mom was like, "Hey, I think you have a potential in playing soccer, and I would like to try it out with the team in Mexico." And so she took me out to Pachuca. I was 15 years old. I went out there as an American, and over there they see you as a foreign kid.
Yeah.
They see me as a white kid, even though I'm Hispanic, just like them.
Yeah.
But she took me out there. I played third division, got into second division, and eventually I played in La Juvenil.
Damn.
And right around Rita, do you remember Rita here in Houston?
Of course.
Okay, so
around Rita, a house on the coast, man. Very familiar.
We decided to come back. So came back during Rita season. Mm-hmm. And from there I went straight to school, finished up high school, then I went to college. And then back to the story where I'm at.
Gotcha. How many? So, and then your son. How's your son?
My son is 8. My daughter is 4.
All right. He's got a little superstar. You showed me YouTube videos of his son.
Yeah. My boy is wrecking it right now.
I know. I love it. It's like I appreciate when you hear your moms and dads talk about their kids, and it's not like just the typical, oh yeah, he's great, like biased dad. I mean, of course we all go for our kids, but it's like I know everybody says it, but like this one's like really, really good. So yeah. And then he wasn't lying. I watched the YouTube videos. I'm like, okay, that's just. Boss.
See, the thing is that
boss play right there.
In Mexico, different from the U.S., they train kids here like kids, but in Mexico they train 8-year-olds like men, and so that's the mentality that I brought to my son. It's like, if you want to train, we're going to train like adults, because that's the only way that you're going to get to the level that you want to be at, right? Because you got 14-year-old, 13-year-old kids that are already making professional debuts on the MLS level or even at the European level.
That's insane, man.
So my son right now, he's 8 years old, and he is actually got picked to go to the national teams out in Kansas City for a tournament.
Congrats. I know you got to be proud of that. So I'm proud for you, for him, for your family. So that's fantastic, man.
Proud mom, proud dad.
Absolutely. As am I. So respect, all the respect. All right. So back to it, man. Because ups, downs, life, business and stuff. So things are going great. You're at the pinnacle. Wedding business is going good. You're 26 or 28. How old are you at this point?
29.
29 at this point. Bought a building, one-stop shop. Yeah. All right. And then what happened, man? I feel like the bomb's about to go off.
Oh, man. So I had a big downfall. And right before the pandemic, I actually sold the business off. And I joined one of my friends out of college. He owned, familiar with the mixing trucks, the cement mixing trucks?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got into business with him, and I started to help him with accounting and financing. And I cleaned up his books, make them look more presentable, and that's when I reached my first investor for $1.2 million. With that, we managed to build a batch plant. And this was early 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic, while everybody stopped working. We were the only ones that were actually working.
Yeah.
Right. And 2021, I decided to open up a construction company. So that's where everything kind of started for me.
Yeah.
Mind you, I've known nothing about construction. Nothing. Okay. All I knew was weddings and event coordinating.
Yeah.
But I was very, very good at accounting. Finance is my forte.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And so I got into the construction industry, started working with solid, experienced subcontractors. And my first deal was a storm and sewer deal. And this deal, it really taught me what real commercial construction, looks like. And I learned a lot from that one specific deal. Then I got into more of the concrete side of things. And then eventually I met this guy by the name of Insub Alliance. I'm so thankful. Thank you, Insub Alliance, for the opportunity. Experienced developer. And he brought me in. He was like, hey, just take care of my construction, my concrete. And then, as I'm going in through my deals, you can take care of the construction. And I said, yes. For me, having a business just opened 3 months ago, for me, this was the perfect opportunity to start making some revenue.
Yeah.
I was with this guy day in and day out, from the start of the morning to the end of the night, just going through these real estate projects. And this guy was doing $50 million deals, doing maybe like $30 million, $25 million, always trying to raise between $5 and $25 million of capital for these projects. I then got a little bit more involved in these projects because obviously my background is in finance. So I wanted to look at these pro formas because maybe I could be some type of help where I'm not just doing construction, but maybe I can implement some of the relationships that I have and kind of put in the money to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming in more like a broker.
Right.
This was 2021 where I started to doing some small deals, getting myself just engaged with private equity. And then 2022, I partnered up with a gentleman by the name of Chad. And Chad, brilliant guy, very charismatic. I love the guy. Together, we started this private equity company. And we said, okay, how can we position ourselves in the market where we can become the brokers in the deals, right? Mind you, again, we don't know nothing about structure. We don't know nothing about it. We just know some people that have money and we want to connect them to the developers. That's all we wanted to do.
Yeah.
We found out that was a smart way to make money. But then here's the other wall that we ran into was that some of these developers didn't want to share some of the profits in the deal. So what they would want us to do is they just wanted to get like a referral check or referral fee.
Right.
Some of these referral fees can go down to like $500.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm bringing a $3 million investor. We want a significant amount, maybe 100, maybe 75,000. Just give us something, just to kind of work the deal.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't make us a part of those deals. They gave us very shit money. I'm sorry.
Darn, you can let it go. It's all good. I do it all the time. I think I do it more than my guests do.
And so what ended up happening is that we started to learn what true marketplaces were. And are you familiar with CrowdStreet by any chance? Companies like CrowdStreet, YoStreet, all this. So these are companies that are specifically focused on creating marketplaces online where they can bring investors to the marketplace where they can showcase developer deals, real estate developer deals. And they come in, that marketplace is basically used as a brokerage, right? Like a broker, where, you know, hey, you're paying me for this fee as far as the marketplace, and that's how they make their money, apart from advisory and apart from owning their own broker dealer, right? But we were very, very, very interested in how the mechanics of all this worked. And so at some point we decided, okay, we are going to be the marketplace for these developers. And again, we didn't know anything about technology. It was very difficult. And at some point we just kind of gave up. We kind of gave up. He went his way, I went my way. And I was introduced to a gentleman, a lender, and that lender brought me over to an investment advisory group. And when I got involved with the investment advisory group, this is where I learned real private equity and venture capital. I learned how to structure deals. I learned how to put private placement memorandums together. This is when I got really involved with the owners of different companies, startup companies. Okay. For this particular deals, I landed my first deal, which I raised $2 million for a venture capital company for this fund. Within the midst of all this, I was still looking to create the marketplace platform. That was always my intention. And then April 2023 is when I landed a partnership with a gentleman out in Denver by the name of Nicholas, Web3 developer. And he told me that he just got in from Japan and he's looking for work, and he's a super smart guy, and he could basically code anything that I wanted to put on, anything that I had on paper or anything that I thought in my mind, he can put it together in code. And I said, great, oh my gosh, you're the person I've been waiting for. Yeah. And 3 months later, we started this platform where we can help sponsors raise capital. And so at first we were thinking of tokenizing assets, right? Because he comes from the blockchain side of things, and me, I'm more in the management side of things, right? Helping position developers raise capital for their deals. And a little bit going back, I didn't have success in raising capital myself, and the main reason why was because I didn't have the portfolio, or I didn't have the experience to do so, right? I did buy land, I did put the pre-development structure together, but I just couldn't partner with a sponsor that was willing to come in as a partner. That was one of my biggest struggles. And right around May of 2023, that's when we said, okay, we're gonna not only help sponsors raise capital, but we're also gonna tokenize those assets. Now the tokenizing stuff hasn't happened yet because obviously there's a lot of regulation behind it. But what we are doing now is we are still helping sponsors go through the motion or the process of building their securities, where they can start selling it to investors on an online platform using our product, which is more.
It's a good luck.
Lots of developers.
I know.
Yeah.
And so are you working with a handful of people that were there? Is that how you fit into that?
As of now, I'm still finding myself in the industry. Right now, I'm not looking to bring in a bunch of subscribers to my platform. I'm more client-centered approach focused, where I want to help one or two at a time build their.
A couple fun questions before we get out of here. What's your favorite restaurant in town, and what do you eat there?
Man, my favorite restaurant is La Tapatía.
Okay.
I order.
Are there more than one of those?
There's so many, but
okay.
It's just a family thing, I guess.
Yeah.
My wife, she likes it.